Christmas begins.
Working for you. This is Fox 2 News at 6.
A big announcement from Detroit Archbishop Edward Weisenberger.
We've been struggling to maintain buildings, ministries, and structures designed for a much larger church. It's left us stretched, sometimes stretched too thin to serve as fully or as generously as we want.
Because of a drop in worshipers and other changes, the Archbishop announcing a 2-year restructuring plan that will involve every Catholic parish in Southeast Michigan. That's our big story that tops the news at 6. The Detroit Archbishop says the church is launching a 2-year process of restructuring. Parishioners hearing about it from a message shared during services this weekend. And today we're hearing more from the Archbishop himself. Let's get live. Charlie Langton, he's live with more. And Charlie, your tease said it all. Where is everyone going? That's the question.
I don't know, but there are a lot less Catholics. But can you hear the bells? I guess God is looking down on us right now, trying to help out the Catholic Church. Well, there are a couple of reasons. Oh, this is very nice. What a timing is everything. Here's the deal. Let's be serious for just a minute. There are a lot fewer Catholics in Metro Detroit than there were years ago. In fact, back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, about 1.5 million Catholics here in Metro Detroit. Today, 900,000. Big drop. Also, less priests. Men are not going into the priesthood as they did years ago, and priests are doing double duty, having to handle 2 or more parishes. Not good. And buildings, Catholic buildings, these churches are in need of repair. Not here, like where I'm at, St. Mary's in Royal Oak, which is a beautiful church, but many churches are in need of repairs, and it costs money. So, Archbishop Edward Weisenberger, he spoke today about the need to restructure and the 2-year plan. Take a look.
Some will experience change and even loss. We don't know how many parishes or communities might merge or how many buildings may close. There is no list and no preset number. The answers to those questions will only come about in time through a shared process of discernment. I've been in the car driving around the city before, and I've said to people in the car with me, "What's that place?" Well, that used to be one of our churches. And something kind of hits me funny, and it kind of hurts to think it's not one of our churches anymore. But I also have to call myself also to be a man of faith and to trust in the things, the foundation upon which we build the church is not the beautiful bricks and stone and glass, but rather the foundation is Christ in every age.
Now, there are a lot of beautiful churches here like this one again, Royal Oak St. Mary's, which is just a beautiful Catholic church. But the reality is that there are a lot of other churches around Metro Detroit that are in need of repairs. And yes, it does take money. So the Archbishop outlined a 2-year plan. Every parish is going to come up with a proposal. What's working for them, what's not. And as you just heard the Archbishop say, many will merge, some will close, and there could be some pain. 2-year plan. And the Archbishop says it's a good thing because they're going to consolidate the churches, save the churches for Catholics here in Metro Detroit. But whenever there's a church closing, there could be some issues. Not there yet. Let's go and see what happens in about 2 years. I am live here in Royal Oak. I'll send it back to you, Roop.
Yeah, and while all of that is to, of course, help with the loss that's currently being dealt with, they have to prevent the future loss, which means encouraging a whole new generation to come back and to follow their grandparents and their parents' order and getting back to the church.
I think that's an ancillary issue here, is how do you get more people to go to the Catholic Church? And I think that was, hearing the press conference today from the Archbishop, you know, it's not the brick and the mortar and all the things. It's about the spirit that you have. You believe in, you know, if you're a Catholic, come on back to the church. And I think there's probably going to be an effort made to get people back to the church. More people in the church, presumably more dollars, and the church will thrive. So there's an issue there as well. But for right now, you got to kind of stop the bleeding. You got to consolidate, and it's just a reality of the Catholic Church. And the Archbishop was being very practical about it. But I tell you, he's such a positive guy that it's a good thing.
You certainly need that positive energy when you want to grow things like this. And these are institutions for our families and communities all through Michigan. So important stuff. Charlie Langton for us live tonight. Thank you. Also today, the father of 3 missing Michigan boys has now been charged on murder charges. 15 years, I should say, after the disappearance of his sons, Alexander, Andrew, and Tanner. John Skelton's bond was set at $60 million. You may remember Skelton's sons disappeared in 2010 after visiting their father for Thanksgiving. Skelton was set to be released from prison after serving a 15-year sentence for unlawful imprisonment. He's expected back in court next week. Well, Fox 2 working to learn more after Detroit police tracked down a vehicle suspected in a recent non-fatal shooting. People in that vehicle were taken into custody after being stopped on the lodge near Claremont this afternoon. Investigators say the vehicle may have been involved in the shooting over the weekend in the area of Keeler and James Cousins. Stay with Fox 2 for updates. Take you out to Macomb County now. One man is under arrest accused of opening fire with a weapon while driving around in Sterling Heights. Police describing the whole thing as a road rage incident. Let's get live to Fox 2's Camille Mary. She has what else we've learned. Camille.
Yeah, it happened last night here in Sterling Heights at 15 Mile and Shaner. Take a listen to the 911 call.
He was driving erratic, and I rolled my window down, and I said, "Are you in a hurry?" And he flashed a badge at me, and then he almost hit a car, and then I slowed down again. He rolled down the window, and it looked like either a Beretta or something else pointed in my face.
And police say a short time later that driver who showed the badge and pointed the gun at that 911 caller, who was also a driver, that the original guy was seen at 19 Mile and Saul, not very far away, pointing a gun in the air and shooting it. Take a listen to what police had to say about this today.
We were able to locate. I mean, obviously, it happened at 8 o'clock at night. There's a lot of cars out in the area, and luckily, a witness actually observed the driver pointing the handgun up in the air and shooting the firearm off up in the air, which obviously is extremely dangerous.
Now, the good news in all of this is that no one was hurt, and police were able to arrest that suspect, that driver, a short time later at his home. They also recovered 2 handguns and a security badge. So he is in the jail right now, and he's going to be formally charged tomorrow. Reporting live in Sterling Heights, Camille Mary, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, thank goodness that no one else was seriously hurt here. I mean, think about the chaos while driving down the street and seeing something like this unfold right next to you.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, you're pulling your window down going, "Hey, are you okay? Why are you driving crazy?" And then that guy ends up pointing a gun at you. I mean, I can't even imagine. And you listen to the 911 caller and how calm he was. So kudos to him. And also, too, 19 Mile and Saul was a pretty residential area. Thankfully, no bullets came out of the sky and hit anybody. It could have been a lot worse.
It certainly could have. Camille Mary for us live tonight. Thank you. Now to the other big story we've been following. The next phase of the major construction project on I-696 in Oakland County has started. It includes a traffic shift and ramp closures. Let's get live to Fox 2's Lauren Edwards. She has a look at exactly what this evening commute is going to look like. And to know where you're headed, you got to know where you've been. How was the morning commute?
Morning commute was okay. I can tell you right now that the evening commute has been okay as well. You know what I think, Ruben? I think a lot of people have so far just kind of adjusted to the simple fact that along 696, at least a portion of it, it is going to be under construction. But I want to show you the road so far because we are headed towards 696. We're in Southfield right now, as we're just trying to get there. But we want to show folks exactly that, the ramps are closed. We are at Greenfield, right past 10 Mile, and the ramps are closed. So this is exactly what it's going to look like for some time, as they are just repairing it. Now, remember, it's called the Repair the Ruther Project. It's been going on for at least a good year, and now it's entering the next phase where there's going to be ramps that are closed. But first, the good news is that the construction on those eastbound lanes in Oakland County, that part has been completed, but now the westbound traffic has been diverted onto those newly constructed eastbound lanes. We were just on them. It looks good. It looks smooth. Seems like people are driving smoothly, trying to get home from work. Bad news, several ramps are closed through late 2026. So what we're doing here is just navigating, trying to get back to 696 so we can show you what it looks like. And those ramps Cousins Avenue, Bermuda, Hilton Road, Coolidge Highway, Greenfield Road, and Evergreen Road. And we've been talking to drivers all day, especially earlier, and they tell Fox 2 that just navigating all this construction so far has just been a bit of a nightmare.
If I drove a lot more, I don't necessarily have like a super far commute to work, so I think I'm lucky in that way, but yeah, it would probably be much more frustrating. But even in the small amounts that I do drive, it's like, oh man, another thing's closed down.
They closed off this one, closed off the next one. Like, you making it where you can't even get to your house now. Like, you got to take Woodward up or you got to take John R. now, and the freeway's supposed to be convenient.
It's been awful. It's been awful with the lane closures, and the increased traffic on the service drive has been a big headache. Even with taking the children to school and having to, this past weekend, I work east, and so I had to take the service drive all the way home because of the closures.
And it's so many closures happening now. We just turned off of Greenfield onto Lincoln because, again, we're just trying to navigate and get back to 696. A lot of the main roads look okay. A lot of the side roads look okay. And, you know, people, again, driving safely, driving normally, but there are so many detours, so definitely be paying attention to those. And for all updates, please stick with Fox 2, especially over at fox2detroit.com. There's going to be posted updates every single time there's a change, but just know that there's going to be multiple ramps that are going to be closed between now and the end of 2026, and hopefully by then the project just may be over. But again, stick with Fox 2 for all updates. Reporting live from the Weatherby, Lauren Edwards, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, you left off right where I was going to ask the question here. I mean, basically, we have these phases. As you say, this project takes us through 2026, but then there's the next phase of Restore the Ruther that begins in 2027. This is a long time to come.
It is a long, you know, it is a long time, but the time's going to pass anyway. And like I've heard from many drivers say, you know, what else are you going to do? They have to do what they have to do. Things are going to look better, and then so hopefully everything will be smooth.
And let's hope that it's a fix that lasts a long time, because these are certainly painful moments for people who ride these roads every day. Lauren Edwards for us live tonight. Thank you. And we are starting the week cold and windy, and now a wintry mix is in the forecast. Add that to some construction, and you got pure Michigan, Rich Luderman, right?
That's right.
Flurries, slick roads, construction cones.
All of that's true, and we're a week and a half away from Thanksgiving.
That's right.
So, you know, everyone will be out and about. It's quiet out there right now. We did have plenty of sunshine today. Here's our next weather maker. It's still west of Chicago. Some very light showers, perhaps a few wet flakes mixing in, and that's what we'll see tomorrow. 41 degrees here, colder up around Oscoda. Look at Cadillac, 32. You want to see what 85 degrees looks like? These are live pictures from Fort Worth, Texas. You can see some vehicles on the freeways there, but that's what 85 looks like in November. We're going to get down to 29, and then take a look tomorrow. It's going to be very light, what falls from the sky, and chilly for your Tuesday. Then we're getting back close to 50 by Thursday. Roop, a full check of the 7-day coming up in 10.
Rich, we'll talk to you then. Thank you. The maker of Wegovy and Ozempic say they're following the lead of the Trump administration by slashing the price of treatments. How patients can qualify for the deal. Just ahead, Ingrid.
I'm Ingrid Kelly. There's a way for hunters to turn a sport and their passion into a way to feed the hungry. The story coming up.
Tonight.
Well, here's an important reminder for drivers from AAA. Don't veer for deer. According to state crash data, Kent County and Oakland counties led the list of counties with the most deer crashes last year. Experts say most collisions with deer happened in November. That's because it gets darker earlier and the animals are more active because of hunting season, and they're in mating season as well. AAA says to stay safe, stay awake, alert, sober, and always wear a seatbelt. Well, Michigan's firearm deer season did kick off on Saturday, and that's now helping to feed those in Michigan who are food insecure. As Fox 2's Ingrid Kelly tells us, those who like to deer hunt can donate their harvests and help those in need across Michigan.
The Hunters Feeding Michigan program is a great opportunity for hunters to share their harvest by donating their deer at no cost to the hunter.
For me, it's a bonding experience with friends and sometimes family.
Hazem Taba loves to go deer hunting, and now he can turn his love of the sport into a way to help the less fortunate. The Hunters Feeding Michigan program allows hunters to donate deer they harvested at a participating processor like Uncle Henry's Gourmet Meats in Troy.
It feels amazing. You can tie in something that you're passionate about, but at the same time help people.
This Michigan Department of Natural Resources program connects donors, processors, and charities to help feed Michiganders with food insecurities.
The entire deer gets ground, and then we contact Michigan Food Bank Council, and they come and pick it up.
Since 2007, this initiative has provided more than 3 million servings of venison to those in need. In fact, officials say each deer donated provides an estimated 160 meals. And the great thing about deer meat is that it's packed with nutrients.
High in protein and doesn't have any preservatives or anything added to it.
Anything that you do with ground beef, you can do with venison.
To help boost donations from November 21st to November 23rd at several processing facilities across the state, there will be a Hunters Feeding Michigan deer donation drive.
So if you can use it for a worthy cause and your freezer is packed up and you want to help some people out, absolutely, I would donate your deer.
Deer Camp Coffee in Sterling Heights is also doing its part to feed the hungry.
People can also purchase bags of coffee from Deer Camp. They are sponsored with the DNR, and part of the proceeds will go to help the hungry.
And to learn more about this program, just go to fox2detroit.com. In Troy, Ingrid Kelly, Fox 2 News.
Well, the maker of Wegovy and Ozempic now lowering the price of treatment to $349 a month. That offer is for cash-paying patients. The company says the change follows the Trump administration's push to lower drug prices. The company says the new pricing will be available at pharmacies nationwide. Novo says it has also rolled out an introductory deal of $199 a month for the lowest 2 doses of Wegovy and Ozempic. The offer applies for 2 months for new patients paying cash for the drugs between now and the end of March of 2026.
Sure was nice to see all that sunshine today. There was a lot less sun up in the thumb region of Michigan, but clearly our next weather system is coming out of the Rockies, and this is going to pass south of us tomorrow. And as a result, it's going to be cloudy and cooler for your Tuesday, and there will be some rain and some wet snow showers around. Right now, it's all quiet out there, but you can see the leading edge of our next weather maker getting closer to Chicago. It's still going to take most of the night before the atmosphere moistens up in the lowest level. So we're going to be dry all the way through sunrise. How about live pictures from the Mackinac Bridge? It's cooler up there, 34 degrees, but the weather is quiet at the bridge right now. Let me show you the numbers today at Metro Airport. 45 on the high side, 28 the morning low. So if you put all the numbers together, we were a few degrees below where we should be. Look at the records, 70 on the high side, 1959. We hit 13 degrees out there. Look at that sunset. Boy, it's early, 10 after 5, and getting earlier as we get closer to the first day of winter. Right now, most of us are in the low to mid 30s, still 40 degrees over at City Airport. Thankfully, the breeze that was around today has really decreased, so not much breeze for the rest of tonight, but a lot of blue on the map. There's Mount Pleasant, 33, Oscoda, Muskegon, 35, Toledo, still 41 degrees, 30 22 up in Port Huron. We showed you that live picture from Dallas-Fort Worth. Yes, it's 84 degrees in northern Texas. That sounds pretty nice. For us, our next weather maker is going to give us some light precipitation tomorrow. Rain and wet snow, all light stuff, and then we're dry for Wednesday and Thursday. Thickening clouds tonight down to 29, up to 39 tomorrow. It's going to feel chilly without the sunshine Tuesday, and then we get closer to 50 for Thursday and Friday. We'll check it all for you again in 20.
A loss in Philadelphia, offensive struggles, and a drop in the NFC North. Those were the stories in Allen Park. We'll have them for you coming up next in sports.
This